Hello. Hello students. Today's class social group. So we can explain what is the social group and type of group, meaning of groups and characteristic groups of social group. What is social group? Social group is maybe create our society. Because the some people, two or more person with the connect proper or a same interaction process and the same emotions and some feelings share the another person, so will be created any group. In the society perspective, social group is a person will be connect one or more than a two person with our same interact. So this group is a social group. So what is social group? A social group is a collection of two or more people who interact with one and another, share similar characteristics, and you have the collective sense of unity. Like a temporary crowd, a great social group is defined a regular interaction and share the integrity goals and the some norms. Like as for example, you can be create a WhatsApp group, create any group. Then this group is name is a family. Suppose that name is a family. When this group member is a relative of our family, like the father, mother, sister, like as a father, mother, and the sister, and other family member. This group is a called a family group. But in the society perspective, in that person is a similar thought. That person is a similar thought and the similar emotion that will be created. That group is a social group when the emotion and the sharing for the our feelings interaction process and continually maybe interaction process, that group is a social group. In the our opinion share with the same person, then this person may be connected of one and another, is called a social group in created of our society. Next is what is the persons who can the social group. How may a social group? First of all, when two or more person come together and influence each other, they may be a called social group via William Ogburn. Right? First of all, two or more person is must be compulsory, and the influence of together each other influence or a interaction or a same goal and the feeling are same, that group is a social group. Next, social group is an association of two or more individual who have common object. You can remember a common object or common goal, because the group must be compulsory a common goal. Different goal is a different group, but same goal is a one group. This called is a social group by a Bogarts. Next is a social group is a collection of individual, one or more than one common interest. So every thinker or every scholarship bears the pressurize on the same thinking and same interaction process. In the process of the same, this group is a social group, and this group is a group. Type of social group. How many type of social group in the perspective of sociology in the different scholars? First is introduce a Charles Harton Cooley. Charles Harton Cooley. Cooley define a social group by distinguishing between a primary or a secondary type based on the level of intimacy and the interaction. How may be a primary and what is the secondary? Primary, like as a primary group is a interaction purpose are indirectly connected, like as a family, like as a friend circle, like as our society. This group is a primary group, and this group maybe a interaction process is a indirectly process, like that group is a interaction process indirect. and the relationship is a informal relationship. Informal relationship, right? This type of group is a primary group. Maybe every, like as a family, friend circle, and the society, this is a primary group, every time primary group, because the in that group maybe any member is connect to a directly connection or a informal relationship. What is the informal relationship? Informal relationship, maybe every emotion, every feeling who can be shared that this person to person, nothing upon any restriction informal relationship mein. So that is a informal relationship. And second type is a secondary group. What is a secondary group? Secondary maybe group is a created a formal relationship when the some goal is a possible, like that some time created or some goal is, but secondary group may a relationship is a formal relationship. Formal relationship, right? So there are two type of define a Charles Hatton Cole. First is a primary group. Primary group like is a informal relationship, direct relation, informal relationship, direct interaction process. And second is a secondary group. Secondary group maybe a member is a less than member, but formal relationship and indirect relationship is called the secondary group. Next type is a Emile Durkheim. Emile Durkheim understanding the social group is tied to his concept of a social fact, solidarity, and the collective consciousness. There are three main facts defined Emile Durkheim, like as a social fact. So what is the social fact? In our society maybe produce any fact is related our society, that fact is a social fact, right? In the economic perspective, any fact created by a economic, so that's the economical effect. But I study only for the sociology, then the our study is a society. So society may be created any fact is the information of related situation, related experience, related knowledge of our society. That fact is a social fact. Next is solidarity and the collective consciousness. Collective consciousness is a represent of the our society action, but is a different member in the position of any condition. With a different member is the same thought, is a collective consciousness. First of all, suppose that some members is a rest in our society, like as some teachers, some lawyer, some businessman, and some farmer, right? But that's teacher is a different lifestyle. Teacher is a different lifestyle, and also a lawyer is a different lifestyle. Businessman is a different lifestyle, and the farmer is a different lifestyle. But any condition, and which condition, these member is a action only for one thought. Suppose that this colony is maybe a fire, right? This colony may be a fire, then the every person who goes through the redact of that fire, like that teachers is going to define a water, and the lawyer is also a search of water, and the businessman is also a search is a water, and the farmer is also search of water. That's thing is a collective consciousness, right? Next, then solidarity is the theorized of the social group maintained the conscious thought, the one or two form of the social solidarity. There are two main form of the mechanical solidarity and the organic solidarity. Mechanical solidarity found the simple pre-industrial society when this solidarity is only for the one goal, like as a mechanical instrument. Mechanical instrument is like, suppose that a fan may be a on fan, that's a rotate of one direction, and you can be also switch on, then fan is a rotation of that one direction, and any person who is on the fan, This is a fan is only for one direction because that's a mechanical system, and that's a mechanical system based on a mechanical oscillatory, right? Pre-industrial society like as a nothing exists of any industry when the fulfill on the basic need of every human being, every person. But after for the industrialization, maybe a different goal and a different purpose and a different matter of the different person. Like as a that's a teacher different lifestyle, or different lifestyle, and the businessman different lifestyle, and the farmer is a different lifestyle, right? Pre-industrial society where people are the bounded of the similar we have and at the activity, right? Next is the organic solidarity. Organic solidarity found the complex of the industrial society where the choosing the come from the independency of the individual within the specialized of rule. Suppose that after for a industrialization, maybe some work and the some different goals are different people. That's like after for industrialization, like that industrialization who can create it. Some is a operator, and some is a entrepreneur, and some is a worker, and this every person is a different nature, different behavior, and the different work and the different lifestyle. And this solidarity is a organic solidarity because that solidarity is a change to for every person to person, change to every time, because the change to every time because the some changes are occur in our society, that's the changes must be compulsory, and every time the changes must be compulsory is organic solidarity, right? Next, Robert King Martin is a define a reference group. First, Martin work the social group forced on the how individual related to a different group participatively through the concept of the reference group. What is the reference group? One group, you can be a member of a one group, but you not satisfy for that group situation and that group emotion. So you can be going to another group. Another group. These are not a member of that group, but that is a reference group. You can go now that after some time because realization I'm not happy for that group, you can be realize his own group I not satisfied for that group, so you can be imagine of the any other group, or any other group is our reference group, right? So reference group, these are the group that the individual use the standard of the evaluating themselves, their behavior, whether they are belonging to the ground or are not. A person may compare themselves the positive reference group. Okay, when I'm not satisfied that our own group, so that will be think, my group is not a better for my life, then the changes for new group, and the new group is also our reference group, but at that time you are not member, when the not a member that reference group. So what the thinking of the reference group may be created, not as a satisfy I feel of our group, not as a satisfaction, any satisfaction, not as a proper satisfaction of our own group, then we created a reference group. And the reference person, some thinking of what is a reference person. So reference person maybe who can be created, that person I feel the my opinion is the ideal person is a which, so that is a which person is a reference person of our life, right? Same thinking is a reference group. In group and out group, like that is a primary group or a secondary group. When the member of that group UNP produce a in group, and the not a member of that group, these are the out group. Okay, first of all I can member for that A group, you are also a member of A group. In front of our A group is a in group of our life. right? In group. And the out group, so out group is a not a member of you, not a member of you. That group is a out group first. And the in group is the one which the individual identify and the feel sense the loyalty, pride, belonging. And the out group is a one of that the individual does not belonging any maybe feel the competition of the aggression of two word. That is the concept of a in group and a out group. Next, how many characteristics of the social group? First is a social group will be created of our society member or a two or more than. So first is a okay member of many member. First is a interaction. Every social group interaction process. What is the interaction process? Interaction maybe sharing a thought, emotions. That is the interaction process. So first is characteristics is a interaction. Next is a shared interest of our goal. Every members like that. I will be created any group. And the same. First is a more than a two or person. So like that group of member, group of human. And second is a same thought. Second is a same thought, a shared interest, share thought. And next is a group norms. After for the membering or after for the some member in our group, then will be create as some norms, right? Because norm is a must be compulsory of the sharing thought, feelings, and the some situation. When the group member is a create group member, I don't remember what. So the in the night time you can be called that. This is the norms. Not disturbing after that time. There's no like that. So group norm is must be compulsory. And the structure is also a must be compulsory of every group, because the which condition is follow for that group, like there's a family group, like the in group, out group, or a reference group, and any other thought. So structure must be compulsory of that group. Next is a mutual awareness. What type of group? And you can be every member is aware for that group situation and the constitution and the thought being like that is our created any study group. When the study is a main focus, and the every person is a discussion of an related of our study, that is a mutual awareness of that group norms, right? And the stability and the permanence. Stability, how maybe long that group maybe are survive, one day, 2 day, yeah, many long time or many a long time. That is the define a stability and the permanency. Size is also a matter for that group, because you can create it a family group, right? You can create it a family group. How many member is that group? How many member you can rise? There are 10 member or a 12 member, but I can be group created our friend circle, then the group member is a larger. So that is a define a size of, because the in group is a in group is a less than of member, this is a small size of group. Friend circle may be also a small size of group, but a organization group is a big size of group, yeah, many member in that group. Next is a group control. This is a maybe this characteristic is compulsory of group controlling, okay? Because is a must be compulsory, nothing any member who can be group creating this term any norms. So that is a controlling is must be compulsory, right? Next, the why is the importance of our social group? Social group, right? How many importance of our social group and why to understanding? So first of all, some importance of our society. First of all, specialization and integrity. Specialization. Every group maybe create any specialization, like that a family group. Family group. Any informal relationship is a specialization of that group. Group created as a teacher group. That's a thinking of the teacher is a specialization of that group. That create an student group, define a special subject, so that the special subject is a specialization of that group. So specialization as identity must be compulsory of the importance of our social group. Next, the skill development. Skill development, you can be connected, you can be member of any group. That group is a maybe define any skill, so that skill development of that group. Suppose that you can be a member of any teacher group. That's a specific, right? Or a define any subject like as the sociology teacher group. Any student connect that group, that's produce the knowledge, gaining a knowledge more than, because that's a teacher is a specialization of the sociology. So when the student is a member of that group, is a gaining our knowledge. That's a skill development. Fulfillment of our need, because the you can be member of that group, so you can be a fulfill for our need. Next, a foundation of community. Every group may be created after this group size is a increase. Group size is a increase. That increasing of a same thought, and the after for that condition maybe group stay of the one specific location or a geographical location, then be convert a community, because the community must be compulsory define any one characteristic define a specific geographical location. That's every condition is a maybe same. So that a foundation of community, because the group related a member, norms, feeling, okay, sharing a any goal, and the member is larger. That's a convert our community, right? So that's a foundation of community. Next is a transmission of culture, because the group may be a stay of any culture. That is a teachers group, like na, that's a teacher group. That's a teaching, that's a teaching transmission, teaching to transfer to one generation to another generation, knowledge gaining, and that's a transmission of culture. Every college, what, every college with a transfer to the knowledge or a culture. So that's a every group transmit for any thought. This thought is maybe a reduce a culture. Next is a support and well-being. Every group is a supporting of our member, right? So that's our class of social group. So you can be stay of my that channel Surgeon Academy. Thanks for watching this video.